Hi everyone, this is Belinda with Lesson 5 of A Course in Miracles. Today is the 12th of January and I haven't done a video in the last probably 6 days. I've been doing the lessons, I just haven't done a video, and some stuff was really coming up. I was getting very triggered. I was allowing myself to get caught up in the lessons really deeply. I'm one of those people that when I start something, I focus on it with so much intention, and I finally saw what I was doing, and so I'll share with you throughout the next 5 videos as they applied to that day's lesson so that you don't make the same mistake. And so the lesson for today, for lesson 5, is I am never upset for the reason that I think. Now, there's a couple things that stood out for me in the summary that the book uses to explain the lesson. And those items are: to apply this lesson specifically to whatever you believe is the cause of your upset. The upset may seem to be fear, worry, depression, anxiety, anger, hatred, jealousy, or any number of forms, all of which will be perceived as different. But that is not true. So all upsets are the same. They're equally disturbing to my peace of mind. So, and then further down in the text it says, examine your mind for whatever is distressing you, regardless of how much or how little you think it is doing so. Now, when I first started this program 6 years ago, I was pretty negative. I was pretty unhappy, and it was real traumatic for me because I was so stuck in that low vibration, that low frequency of sadness and depression, and just not being able to see the joyful things in my life. And there were plenty, but I was just refusing to see them. And so this was starting to occur when I got to lesson 5. What I realized was happening was, okay, so in the last 6 years, I've done a lot of research just on my own about the subconscious mind, the conscious mind. The subconscious mind makes 90% of our decisions, especially when we start to feel unsafe or we start focusing on those lower frequency, lower energy topics. Now, according to this book, not in this lesson, so you know what, I won't bring this up now, but so as I was saying, I am never upset for the reason I think, I was noticing things to be upset about that really I didn't need to be upset about. And so what I started to do, when I realized what was happening, I did my lesson, and then I would follow it up with affirmative goal type of statements. So I would say things like, I allow myself to feel joyful. Now, I'm reading the text in tandem with doing the workbook. So I'm on chapter 4 or 5 of the textbook. And the textbook talks about how when you are in your egoic mind, or that mind that we think is thinking, we tend to be critical of ourselves and others. We may not feel that joyful bliss that we feel when we are in touch with that one-mindedness, the right-mindedness, or spirit. In the book they say spirit. But it's that part of you that peace and joy resides, and we've all felt it from one time or another, and we always want to get back to it. So by following up this exercise with affirmative, joyful statements, it helped to not keep me in that place of just looking for problems to solve, which I'm totally guilty of. Or analyzing. My boyfriend, he's like, I don't want to analyze this right now, and so it's like, ugh, because that's I'm not happy. So why I'm not happy? The point is, you don't have to figure out why you're not happy. If you just focus on things that bring you joy, or just focus on the word joy, then you can transition out of that lower frequency energy. Because when you start looking at that stuff, it starts to expand. And that's, that's 101 from of law of attraction. What you focus on, you bring into your life. What you resist persists, and what you resist, you tend to focus on a lot. Okay, so if you don't have affirmations, there's plenty on YouTube, on the internet. I am going to start working on a video on affirmations that I'm going to pull from the text. When I'm reading the text, and the text can tend to be on the don't do this, don't do that kind of aspect. So I'm going to create statements from the positive point of view, still saying the same thing, but without the don'ts and the won'ts. I allow, I will, I shall, that kind of thing. So just keep an eye out for that. I should have that ready in a few days. That's it for lesson 5. I'm never upset for the reason I think.